Welcome to Ice Hockey UK TV in association with McDonald's, and we've got out the rink for a day and we are in the Titanic Museum here in Belfast. Over there, a real piece of history. That was where the Titanic was constructed all those years ago. But if we just move on round, just a stone's throw away, the SSE Arena in all its glory just there behind us. And it is a big few days for Great Britain. They of course are top of the Division 1B table, level on points with Japan. They just have a slightly superior goal difference, but it is a Titanic weekend for Great Britain. To come, Japan, that's on Saturday, but they still have to get past the Netherlands. I know they're without a win in the tournament so far, but of course they are fighting to avoid relegation to Division 2A of this World Championship structure. So, GB against the Netherlands, this is what happened.
2 games to go, 6 more periods of ice hockey, and Great Britain know 2 more wins will take them to that much coveted gold medal. What stands in their way? Well, Japan in 24 hours. But before that is a Netherlands side that has been ripped apart. So many of its best players are still playing back in Germany in the playoffs. Beaten handily in all of their games so far. The pressure is on GB to be professional, to be clinical, and get out of this with plenty left in the tank for the biggest test, which is still to come. Ronald Verm, the man who's sitting down in the box, it wasn't for sure, and as GB score, a tip out in front, and I think Colin Shields got a touch on that one. The shot from O'Connor, and if the credit goes to Shields, then he goes within 1 of Tony Hand, and that record for most goals, he'll take him to 39 international goals, and it is Shields who'll claim it as GB strike on the power play. They lead the Netherlands by 1-0.
A great face-off won by the GB side there. Back to Ben O'Connor on the point. Just firing a wrist shot in there, going off target, and Colin Shields with a great hand-eye coordination to tip that one in. To go 1 goal away from Tony Hand's record. Tony Hand is in the building, Seth.
And we will be finding him at some point. GB trying to break forward again. We'll talk a bit more about Colin Shields as this broadcast goes on, as GB have it again. It's with Phillips, scores! Jonathan Phillips with a wrist shot makes it 2-0. And he snapped that one through the netminder. Zenga couldn't keep it out, and Chris Eimers, the Dutch coach, is already contemplating a long, long evening. And we're not even 5 minutes into it. So GB have it with Lee on the blue line. They'll then win it back with Lakovic, puts it in on goal, high rebound, GB score again! Huge hit comes on the play, but Great Britain have another goal, and a big smile because I think it's the first international goal for Sam Duggan. What a moment for that young man. First shift of the game for Duggan, and finally he's on the board in this tournament. And he's a very happy boy right now. Huge smile. GB lead by 3-0.
It's a great work. Another face-off play for the GB side. Sam Duggan's in front of the net here. The puck was delivered in. First man on it delivers a backhand between the legs. Diving Bobby Ores into the air for his first goal for GB.
What a moment. What a moment. The teenager dumped on his face. He was inches away from where the puck was. Yeah. And now he gets back to the bench and everybody's giving him a pat on the head. There is Brendan Brooks looking to move away again. Brooks still looking for his first international goal. He's at the other end of the scale and he gets it right now. Brendan Brooks puts the puck home. And as special a moment as it was for Liam Stewart the other night and Sam Duggan moments ago, Brendan Brooks will head back to the bench and he'll accept the plaudits of his teammates with a high five all the way down the bench, and GB lead by 4-0.
Seth, I think that's just what every Great Britain player has scored in this tournament. We'll tell you when that's official, but again, getting contributions from everybody in that Great Britain roster. And first goal for Brooks is very well deserved, driving the net there, putting that one home.
And Jonathan Weaver just waited to collect the puck from the back of the net, handed to him by the linesman, and that'll be a little souvenir for Brendan Brooks to put in his mantelpiece.
Probably cost them possession, but it saved them a penalty as Brooks goes to the middle. Here's Peacock, scores! Picks out the net, Craig Peacock, and GB have a fifth. Lovely finish, a flowing move. And I think Jonathan Weaver has that assist now, and he goes second all-time in assists for Great Britain. And Craig Peacock on the board. GB 5, Netherlands 0.
Such a great goal for Craig Peacock here. He's so many years, had so many goals in this rink in Belfast, and had the adulation and cheers of the Belfast crowd. And last year going away to Braehead, he was getting a few of the jeers. So for him to come back to Belfast, representing his country, to get that goal, and once again hear the cheers of the Belfast crowd, I think that's pretty special for him.
Chance out in front, there is Farmer, rebound, GB crash the net. Can they finish? Lakovic scores! 6-0, his first of the tournament. Duggan will get another point on the play, and Great Britain, they're stretching Netherlands to breaking point, and Netherlands just can't keep up, and they're going to roll into this gold medal game with a massive haul on a Friday night in Belfast. It's 6-0.
You mentioned it there, Seth, another goal for the Great Britain side. Lakovic started the play, delivering the puck to the net. There's a battle in front, 2 or 3 players whacking at it, and Lakovic comes out of the corner, pouncing on the rebound. And Seth, is that all the forwards for the Great Britain team? Is every forward scored in this tournament? Are we still missing anybody?
There will be more goals in this as well. As Evan Mosey comes in, Mosey splits the D. He's taken down, and now should be cleared away. By my reckoning, this is another goal here. What a goal for Colin Shields as he levels the record of Tony Hand. 40 international goals for Colin Shields. And Great Britain are running amok, but a little moment of history right here. 2 goals on the night for Colin Shields, and he's reached the magic number. That's 40. And now needs 1 more to take sole possession of that little record.
And it's the man we just talked about there. Matt Myers gets the puck in the corner, and a great heads-up play to him. Colin Shields backdoor, and Colin Shields doing what he's done so many times. Top shelf on the goaltender for the 7th goal of the game for this Great Britain side.
Well, Nigel, you might not have had a goal down at the Ice-All tournament, but you've had 4 in this period.
Yeah, I'm quite enjoying this period. Actually, this change of netminder for the Netherlands as well, as Fabian Schlotel comes in.
Great Britain just changing lines in the zone. They've got Sam Duggan deep on his own, and he's battling back to get the puck as well. Gets a stick in there. GB will get the turnover, and they go the other way with Lakovic. Duggan with him. Lakovic back to Duggan, scores! 2 on the night for Sam Duggan, and he took that away with some ease and some confidence as well. And the adrenaline is pulsing through the Duggan body right now as GB lead by 8 goals to 0. 5:09 to go in period number 2.
The young man has the taste for it now, doesn't he? A lovely little wrist shot, just snapped it off from the left circle, and the goaltender had no chance with that one.
Now up the middle, GB go again. Mosey moves it on his backhand side. Stewart scores! A stylish goal. A pass full of sauce from Evan Mosey, and as it dropped, Liam Stewart pulled the trigger, and it's number 9 and a second international goal for Liam Stewart, and GB in cruise control.
Yeah, Seth, that's a beautiful goal right there. That's a real solid performance. Every guy on that line touched the puck. Eventually the puck coming across. Liam Stewart, one-timer, down his off wing, beating the goaltender. Great shot, great goal.
That's actually Liam Stewart's first shift since about halfway through the middle session, since Sam Duggan got his first shift of the night. He's kept his place on that line with Colley and with Lakovic, and we hadn't seen Liam Stewart in a while, and that is genuinely his first shift, I would think, since about halfway through that middle period.
Here's Robert Dowd. Weaver works it back around to David Clark. to Weaver again, steps across the blue line. Clark at the top of the circle can walk in here, breaks across towards Robert Dowd, he scores! Shoots that one right through the goalie, and it's double digits for GB. 10 goals. Robert Dowd sending them there on the power play with 12:37 to go. You run out of words, don't you?
That's great for inside.
Certainly running out of paper.
They just keep on scoring, and that's a pass coming from the corner. David Clark handling the puck in the corner, finding this man in the slot area, just going 5-hole, and the goals are raining in for this Great Britain side.
Mosey puts this one out in front. I think the thing for me I've loved about this Great Britain performance, we get this back again! There you go! The record goal for Colin Shields! A hat-trick on the night! His 41st goal for Great Britain, and nobody has ever scored more! Tony Hand's record disappears, and Colin Shields is the man who now is etched into the record books. Great Britain have a new man at the top of the pile. Colin Shields has 41 international goals and sole possession of the all-time record, and what a way to do it. GB 11, Netherlands 0.
And this is a special moment for Great British hockey. Sir Tony Hand's record of 40 goals has now been surpassed by Colin Shields, who someday may follow in Tony's footsteps, you would think.
It's really interesting. I had a long conversation with Colin Shields as GB put the puck up the middle again. Garside puts it in on goal. It's put back towards the net. It goes in! And Matthew Myers has a goal! Finally it comes, the last of the forwards to get on the mark. The referee may want to have another look at this, but he tipped it from out of the sky, and Myers registers another, and it's a dirty dozen for Great Britain. They lead by 12 goals to 0.
And is it now official that every Great Britain forward has scored in this tournament? That must be a record of some sort.
It must be. It's not a record that I've ever considered looking for. I never thought it would happen in this tournament either, though. The goal is going to stand, and Myers is there. They're a side who are playing with a smile on their face right now, but they've kept doing the little things. They've kept going to the net. They've kept winning the battles on the boards and doing their jobs. And it hasn't become point night. It hasn't become a night where they've taken their hockey sensibilities away. As now could be another chance. Brunt scores! Number 13, slick puck movement. Farmer to Stewart to Brooks, backdoor, thank you very much, 13-0.
The night to forget for this Netherlands side. Nice passing by Stewart across to his line mate, Onion Brooks. They just keep coming in for this Great Britain side. 13th goal of the game.
A few pretty ones as well.
It has been. I mean, you know, this Netherlands side we talked about, they're undermanned, they're not at full strength, but they've already faced Japan, Lithuania, Croatia in this tournament.
Another goal, Robert Dowd this time, his second of the game, a one-timer. Peacock and Clark with the dirty work beforehand, and Dowd with number 14.
What do you say?
Roll on tomorrow night, roll on Saturday, roll on Japan, roll on the chance for a slice of history for this group.
It's hoping no one's doing some celebrations for every goal that GB makes. There'll be a lot of celebrations tonight.
Brooks finds Lakovic. GB have fired on all cylinders. Look, make no bones about it, it's against a very, very poor Dutch side. But GB have just kept it going as now the shot comes in from Phillips. He wanted a late one. Lakovic, can he settle the puck down? He thinks about it again. Here's Phillips, walks in, the buzzer will go. No chance for him. And that does it, the end of the game. Great Britain have beaten the Netherlands on a night where history has been made.
GB coach Pete Russell, professional job tonight, Pete.
Yeah, it was good. We know what it was, but it gives us a chance. We're in the money game again, so looking forward to tomorrow now.
A word for Sam Duggan and also for Brendan Brooks tonight, their first goals for Great Britain.
Yeah, fantastic. First goals, Sam's 18, 2 goals. And then Colin Shields got a new record. That's fine, and his hometown rink as well. It's brilliant.
Yeah, a word about Colin. To take Tony Hand's record tonight, it's a tremendous achievement.
Of course it is. It's massive. There's no one better than Tony, and totally different players. Colin's a sniper, and he's put himself back in the map again, hasn't he? Let's be honest. He's got older, and I'm so happy for him. Mum and Dad are here to see it as well. It's fantastic.
Well, the week couldn't have gone any more perfect so far. It's all set up for tomorrow night, Japan. How do you approach that game?
Same again. It was a different game, but I think we look deep, we look ready, and we're scoring goals in every game, and it's going to be a hell of a game, I think.
The crowd in here tonight, tremendous. More expected tomorrow night. How important a role will they play?
Great. Bigger and louder the better.
And we know what the carrot is at the end of the game tomorrow night. How important is that for Great Britain?
It's huge. We've worked hard for 2 years for this, and I really want it for these players more than anything. A great bunch of players, a great group, and it's just a pleasure being around them, to be honest. They're fantastic.
The new all-time leading goal scorer, number 19, Colin Shields.
Discards his helmet and skates across. Everybody in the building on their feet. And what a moment it is that he receives his Man of the Match award from Tony Hand, the man whose record he took.
Tremendous moment for Colin Shields, tremendous moment for GB hockey, and to do it in Belfast, the rink that is home to both of those, Tony Hand and Colin Shields, it's just tremendous.
Yeah, I'm down here in the tunnel with Tony Hand. Tony, he took a record in the end.
Oh no, he thoroughly deserved. He's a good guy, he's a great player, and it was always nice. It's nice to see it, to watch it. I would like him to do it tomorrow night though against Japan and win the gold medal. But all credit to Colin, obviously. Again, hats off to the guy. He's a good ambassador for the sport, and obviously he's a great player. So again, good luck.
And I got to ask you, who do you fancy tomorrow night? Can this Great Britain team do it?
Oh, definitely. I'm just saying that to Pete Russell there. They've got the personnel to do well. They've got 4 strong lines. They've got, as I say, they've got great D, great goaltending. They've got all the ingredients to do well. So I'm expecting them to win tomorrow.
Colin, all-time leading goal scorer, and a tremendous way to do it this evening with a hat-trick.
Yeah, it was a bit of a one-sided game, but I thought everyone played well. We got lots of opportunities, but sort of maybe it was nice to get out of the way, and tomorrow we can focus on the job at hand.
And you had Tony Hand there to present you with the Man of the Match award. And he had a lot of very good things to say about you. He's a guy that you know well. Yeah,
Tony's obviously the best British player ever to play the game, and it's an honour to be mentioned in the same category as him. And it was a pleasure he was able to be here tonight. And he played a few years in the national team with me in my first couple of seasons. So it was great to see him again, and presenting Man of the Match.
Can you put it into words what this means to you? You are now your country's all-time leading goal scorer.
No, I mean, it's one of those things that I guess trying to think about it too much. We've been focused all week on trying to win each game one at a time, and as I said, maybe it's nice to get it out of the way today, and tomorrow we can focus on the win.
And again, what a game tomorrow night to look forward to in front of a home crowd against Japan. Can this Great Britain team do it?
Yeah, I think so. I think we've been playing great all week. We've been getting better each game. I thought we played a pretty clinical game tonight. Lots of nice goals by everybody, and Murph, not a lot of shots, but made some big saves. So hopefully, we'll regroup and be ready tomorrow for the big game.
Just finally, what does it say about this Great Britain team that every forward has scored a goal this week and every player has at least a point?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's one of our keys. One of the big things of our team is anyone can contribute on any night, and I think if you have a top-heavy team or one line that's doing all the scoring, you're not going to win a lot of games, especially in 5 games in a week. So that's been great. Even the newer guys coming in, and everyone's been chipping in, and there's a good atmosphere right now around the room. But as I said, there's a big task tomorrow, so we've got to refocus and get a rest, and we'll see what happens.
Sam, what a night to do it, what a crowd to play in front of, and what a game to be part of.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a great game for us, I think. I think it's tough to sometimes play an opponent that's maybe that we've got more skill, more speed than. But I think we did a good job tonight of making sure we still did the little things right, and we got a great win, of course, and a great night for many guys on the bench, including First and obviously Sheds there, who got the all-time goals. So that was great. It was a good night.
And tell us about your first 2 goals in a Great Britain shirt.
Well, I think the first one I just got out there, so I won the face-off back, and Lacko made a nice play and got the puck to the net, and I was just able to find it and put it through the goalie's legs there. So, and then the second one again, sort of broke down in the neutral zone, and Lacko made another nice play to me, and I just got my head down and shot and hope for the best, and luckily it went in, so no, it was good.
You're a young guy just starting off in your international career. How much has somebody like Colin Shields helped you settle into this Great Britain squad on the night that he scores his 41st?
Yeah, it's been huge. I think all the older guys have been great with myself, and they're great hockey players, and more importantly, they're good guys. So I've learned a lot from them. They lead by example on the ice and off the ice, so all I can do is just keep my eyes peeled and keep learning from those sorts of guys. So no, it's been good.
Every forward in this team has scored a goal. Every player has a point this week. 1 match to go. How much are you looking forward to taking on Japan?
Well, that's the thing. Points, personally, player to player, it doesn't matter. The end goal is to win that gold medal, and I think we've been so close for the last couple of years, and we're 1 step away now, so it's just a 60-minute game we need, and Japan are a good team, so we know what they're going to bring, so we just have to be ready and execute in all the right areas, and I'm sure we'll be fine. We'll come back with the medal we want.
So a complete performance from Great Britain, the 14-0 victory over the Netherlands. And the talking points, they just keep on coming. But Seth Bennett, who commentated on the game for the BBC, there's only one place to start. The man, Tony Hand, who held the previous record, was in the building, and Colin Shields got a hat-trick to beat his record and move on to 41 goals. How special was that?
Oh, amazing. And it was almost like it was written for him tonight, wasn't it? All of a sudden you realise the goals were out there, and he got the first one pretty quickly, and then he just went on. A great second goal, and then that third goal, doing what he's done for so long within British ice hockey, finishing off a really nice play and using that shot that was built really at the University of Maine, and that he's then used throughout the whole of his pro career to get to this point. I was there for his first tournament in Slovenia back in 2001, and he was just so excited. He had a bit more hair back in those days, so excited to be around things. But then you look at him now, and you look what he's gone on to achieve, and he's in probably the best shape of his career. He's in a place where he's coming off the back of an absolutely outstanding individual season with the Belfast Giants, and I think for me he just looks like he's comfortable in himself. He just feels, well, he seems to appear like he's confident. He knows who he is, he knows what he's doing, and to break that record of Tony Hand's, he and I had a conversation. We sat next to each other on the plane coming back from Cortina, and I said to him, you're not far away now, you know. And between us, we worked out it was going to be 3/4 World Championships going on his current rate. Well, he did it in 2.
Yeah.
And that just tells you the fact that Colin Shields is just at a different place in his career. Doing it here, though, was great. Really, really good.
Yeah, the noise. It was a great atmosphere tonight. I think 3,500 people in the building. Normally, if an 18-year-old had scored 2 goals and there were his first 2 goals for GB, that would have been the main talking point, wouldn't it? But sorry, Sam, you're second billing. But, you know, I've been a massive fan of Sam for a long time and been itching to see him get his chance. He's got it, and boy, did he take that extra ice time tonight.
Yeah, I think there was the opportunity to extend the bench. I think Russ Cowley got quite a lot of the evening off, and that gave Sam Duggan the chance to play on that line with Jonathan Phillips and also Robert Lakovic, who had, by the way, another great night. Lakovic, I think he's had a really good but quiet tournament, and Duggan just took things on. His first wasn't a thing of great beauty. He just crashed hard to the net. Somehow the puck found its way onto his tape, and it was almost, I think Shane said in commentary, it was almost like a Bobby Orr moment. You saw him kind of flying in all different kinds of directions and the puck going over the line. The second, though, that was the one that really kind of excited me, because it was a great pass. It was a lovely feed, but it was the finish. As he walked in, he picked his spot and absolutely rifled the thing. He's a teenager. He did an interview with us in between periods, sounded great. Did an interview at the end of the game, absolutely level-headed. And one of the things he said, look, this ain't about personal milestones. They mean absolutely nothing if we don't win that gold medal tomorrow, and that is so good to hear, and particularly so good to hear in somebody so young that he's fully focused on what he's got to do, and he has been a bit part player. He's been the one that's been left out this week, so for him to come in and do that means now that for Pete Russell, should anything be required of him in that game against Japan, he's got the confidence, he's feeling comfortable out there, and of course it's not going to be quite so easy against Japan, but he's got his feet wet in international hockey. And I don't know about you, Chris, but you know when you see the young players and they score their first ever goals, you see the old players and they score their first ever goals.
Yeah. Brendan Brooks tonight as well. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
You just know you've been part of something that they'll talk about for the rest of their lives. And you know, for me to be able to commentate on it, for you to be able to write about it, it's one of the real perks of our job, one of the little honours that you get along the way.
Yeah, and his mum and dad were here to see it. Now, from a younger man to a slightly more experienced man, and thanks to our stats girl Poppy for this great stat. So when Sam Duggan when Weaver made his first World Championship appearance, Sam Duggan wasn't even born.
Yeah, 98.
Which is a remarkable stat. But Weaver, again, he's whatever. We won't say his age because he won't thank us. But
40.
Yeah, okay, you said it, Seth. You'll get the blame. But no, he's still doing the business.
He's 1 year older than me. Just keep chiming it for now. Yeah, he is still doing the business, and he got his first points in the tournament tonight, and that was crucial because that takes him second all-time in assists for Great Britain, bypassing David Longstaff. All right, look, he's still got Everest to climb if he's ever going to catch Tony Hand.
Catching Tony Hand.
He might play for another 27 years and still never quite get there. But I think that's the thing with Jonathan Weaver. Look, he's been such a wonderful defenseman for so very long for Great Britain, and he is somebody that has been the offensive defenseman who was just all out goals, power play man. He did so much at that early on in his career. Then he's just eased back, and defensively he's got better and better and better. And now he plays still good minutes, but he plays a more limited role than he has done previously in a GB shirt. But he's just been great, and you know, tonight to see him get that, and you know, David Longstaff, such a phenomenal player. To pass him for anything, whether that's caps, whether that's goals, whether that's assists, you've had a very, very good career. And you know what? When all's said and done, talking modern era, because I never saw any of the old stuff, the stuff when GB was super successful. I never saw that. Modern era, he's top 3 players, I think. And that, how exciting is that? Where does Colin Shields figure on that list? Maybe that's something for our Facebook Live tomorrow. But I think when you look across those guys, we're looking at legends out there right now. You don't always recognise that at the time. Colin Shields will become a GB legend, and Jonathan Weaver, another GB legend.
Absolutely. Thanks, Seth. Seth Bennett from the BBC. So it comes down to another gold medal game for Great Britain. We've been here before. A few years ago, it was 1 point when we were in the Netherlands. Last year, it was 1 point when we were in Croatia to get that gold medal. Tomorrow, it's a straight shootout, a winner-takes-all scenario, GB against Japan, and there are going to be so many ways you can follow this game. On Premier Sports with Aaron Murphy and Paul Adey, BBC Radio 5 Live Sports Extra with Seth Bennett and whoever he decides to bring along for the ride. Shane Johnson.
He's there for the full trip.
Yeah. Keep the good luck charm going. Don't change anything. Don't even change your pants, Seth. And then Twitter and social media, the usual places. But 7:30 face-off. This crowd were loud tonight. They were brilliant. There's going to be even more there in the building tomorrow. Can't wait for that and hope you can join us. Thanks for now on Ice Hockey UK TV in association with McDonald's.